Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. Welcome to Just Wing It with Blake and Jamie. Just waiting on Blake. He should be here any minute. Oh, there he is. And there's Blake. Can you hear me?
There, cuz it took long enough.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening, so I had to delete that one and start over.
Okay.
So, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You look like you were in the rain or something.
I was well, it was raining earlier, but I'm just cold
Ah,
now. I
you're
was
cold
working
in
out there.
Texas.
All right.
Hi, Cheyenne. Thanks for coming in.
Excuse me.
So, what are you eating today?
Nothing yet. I don't know. I'm gonna see what my girlfriend's grandma cooked tonight and eat that.
Ah,
Oh no. She's not cooking. We're going to Dairy Queen.
oh, Dairy Queen.
That's what's gonna be for dinner.
Cheyenne, are you going to eat something more healthy?
I guess. I mean, is a burger healthy?
Well, depends on how it's made, I guess.
True enough.
But I had a pot pie, so that's not healthy.
How was it?
Well, I like pot pies, so it's the frozen kind. Just throw it in the microwave and eat it. Something quick. So
I like
today, huh?
I like them. I like Popeyes.
Me too. So today I did my department wanted to do the NCAA conference like pool or whatever, and so you had to go through like all the teams with the brackets and then pick your team and eventually to see who wins. So I know nothing about basketball, as you said. Um,
Yeah, I did my mother's March Madness board this year, and it was nice. I thought it came out looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna make a deep run on that board.
Cheyenne says, "I want little hunnins." What's a hunnin?
Let me see. I need to see how. Oh, Cheyenne want Little Hunans. It's a food place.
Oh, okay. Hi, Dee Dee. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I was like, I want little hunnins. I'm like, was she accidentally meaning humans? And I'm like, I was kind of getting a little nervous there.
Excuse me. I want little humans.
Well, so anyway, I doubt I'll win because I know nothing, but I wanted
It's
to
it's it's funny.
participate.
It's just funny that you said that.
Said what? That I did the
Li-
NCAA?
no, before that,
Oh,
it made you nervous.
yeah, little humans. It's like, is there something we need to know about?
Oh, funny.
So today I kind of wanted to talk about HR in the workplace because so many different times I've seen people who go to HR feeling like they're protected on their boss or an employee or whatever because they're having lots of trouble. And hi, Ken, thanks for coming in. And it ends up backfiring, and then they end up getting fired and let go because they went to HR. And I don't think it's just healthcare. I've seen it in numerous places. I've even seen it in manufacturing environment, and so many people are afraid to go to HR, and that's the whole point of HR. And it's kind of sad that when you have legitimate people getting attacked, not like physically attacked, well, kind of physically attacked, but not like hitting, but attacked meaning they're trying to throw people under the bus and trying to sabotage them at their workplace. And you have all this documentation and you go to HR about it, and then all of a sudden you get retaliation
Yeah.
or eventually fired. And they're supposed to be the neutral ground. That's the whole point of HR. And because they're supposed to be the place where employees feel comfortable going and they do like an investigation. Like if the boss was right, then they have to be with the boss. But they're really supposed to be there to protect the employees, and they're not. Yep, you see that too, Cheyenne? Yeah, I mean, and so I've I've had so many people. I'm like, well, you need to go to HR, and they're like, no, I can't go to HR. I'll get fired. And actually, a friend of mine, when I about man, it's probably been about 10 years ago. She went to HR on her boss, and a couple weeks later she was fired. And it was
Yeah,
like
see,
over.
that's why I'm always a firm person on, like, if you have a problem with somebody, just go to them. I understand that this thing is there, but I mean, always that you never know who's in whose pocket. You know what I mean? It could be anybody for any reason, and whether it's personal or not, whatever it is, I don't think that it's right how you have to worry about somebody else going behind your back whenever you're supposed to have ultimate integrity in this situation. It's rough. It's a tough situation because some people, they just don't have that confidence, or they don't like the confrontation. So that place is a safe ground. But I mean, that's why I just tell everybody, you have a better chance of just swallowing your pride and just going to this person face to face with respect if you got a problem, and that way, it's more personal. That's what I mean. Just you got that's something I would always tell people you got to work on is,
Well,
confrontation for good reason.
yeah, but some of these people do go to them, and then they you know are out to get them, and they attack them, and you bring it up to them, and then they deny it and they lie, and they want you fired. You got to protect yourself, but you can't even go to HR anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing. It's a scary situation, especially if, like, it's your job where it's your livelihood and you have no choice.
Yep, like Cheyenne says, yeah, sometimes you can't do that. Yeah, especially if it's your boss and your boss is the one attacking you. What are you supposed to say? And if you have all this documentation on it, and they completely lie. Like I had a friend that had all this documentation, called her boss out, and she completely lied, and then now she's retaliating against her. So, but she's too afraid to go to HR because she already knows she has a target on her back. Ken says, "I love confrontation on the mine is bigger than yours." Yeah, I know, Ken. You like confrontation, but
I don't like to have to handle it, but I've always been able to just do it.
I don't like confrontation, but I do it when I have to, and I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes it, well, other than Ken. he's the only he's the only one that likes confrontation. Yeah, and then they gaslight you. Yes, Cheyenne. Yes, they do, and it's like it's hard, and I wish HR would go back to the place where they um to the role that they're supposed to actually play and be neutral, but you know darn well they're not because they're friends with the leaders. So,
It's
so
I don't I that's why, like, at work, I've learned at first I try to be nice and be a real friendly boss and help you do this, help you do that, but people just tend to take advantage of you, and so I try to separate my work and my home life pretty easy. I've kind of made it a rule for myself to not try not to be real good friends with people that work for me because it's difficult.
Yeah, my dad
I
always
mean,
told me that.
I'm always willing to help a friend out if he needs some extra work between jobs, something like that. I've done that multiple times. I've done it for multiple friends, which is okay. And I'm not saying I don't like it because I'll do that. But, you know, just trying to have somebody work for you that is a friend and like you doing friendly stuff for them, it becomes like they're comfortable in your company, like they feel like there's no way they can get out, so
Well,
yeah.
and they think they can get away with stuff, and so they try to um,
Right.
press your buttons. I've seen where, hi Dee Dee, how are you? Thanks for coming in. But yeah, I've seen where people think, oh well, I'm his friend, so I can get away with stuff, and they do, and it makes things a lot worse. The and I'm sitting there thinking, if I was hired, if you hired me because I'm your friend, I'm gonna try to do a good job for you because I want you to look good for your boss. But not everybody thinks like that. They want to. They think they can get away and they can slack off because you are their friend. It should be the opposite.
Right.
So, yeah, and Cheyenne says, yep. And so when you put in a complaint and it's supposed to be confidential and they break that, yeah. And you could actually, uh, if you have documentation and proof, Cheyenne, you could probably um, report that because that is confidential. Hi,
Right.
Chiefo. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. He says, define confrontation. Noun, a hostile or argumentative meeting or situation between opposing parties, conflict, and clash. Yes. You're always
Yeah.
full of knowledge, Chiefo. Yeah, you never hired a friend when you ran my friend's bar. Yeah. I mean, because people take advantage of that sometimes. And I had this one employee that I became friends with her whenever I started my job, and I was her boss, and we became friends. And she started missing work, and I'm like, I have to write you up. And she goes, well, why are you writing me up? These are legitimate reasons. I said, because I'm following the policy. I have to follow the policy. Just because you're my friend, I have to follow the policy.
Yeah.
And she wasn't happy with me, but to this day, we're still friends.
Do you could you be able to do what you do if you worked for yourself?
Yeah, I could, but I would have to try to find I'd have to find my own work, and right now I think it would be too hard. Eventually, I would like to get my own contract. Yeah,
Really?
to the EEOC. I thought you could to Cheyenne to the EEOC, but I couldn't remember if we could report that to the EEOC. But yeah, I think you're right. Dee Dee says they sure do. What do? One gal started talking to me and calling me, and then tried to get a job there. My friend said no. Good. G4 confrontation can be much more easier to do when everybody is willing to listen. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is
But
definitely a good point.
I truly feel that integrity in the workplace is a thing of the past. Like everybody's just looking for their next easy way in, and
Oh,
uh, I mean it is what it is. Everybody wants top dollar off the start. Nobody wants to increasingly work their way to a number. Everybody demands this amount at the beginning, which in some cases I understand because inflation is so high, and you know cost of living is almost impossible by yourself. So you got to have a certain amount, which is I start people at $17 an hour. That's really high just to start, and then it's hard to raise them from there for a while. But
What is minimum wage in Texas?
I think it's like eight something,
Oh, wow.
$8 something. I don't
Is it?
know.
Yeah, 17 is good then. Because I
Yeah,
know, like, I think, is it
but
Illinois is $15, and I think even Georgia is like $12, I think. I'm not sure what Georgia is. But yeah, it's 8 to 17. That's good.
I don't know if that's like super accurate either. But uh, I'm sure it may even be the national minimum wage. What is it? 7.50?
I don't even know. Oh, Georgia is low. Oh, I did not. I thought they were higher. Because I know the Starbucks started Alyssa out at what, 15 at Starbucks?
Really?
Yeah, in Georgia, I think, right? Ken? I can't remember, but Starbucks I think does pay them a little bit. Oh, it's 7.25 in Georgia, 8.25 in Texas, Cheyenne says.
8.25.
So yeah, that's pretty good. But I know Illinois, I think they moved up to 15, which
Yeah,
is
but
ridiculous.
if you're trying to pay anybody 8.25 an hour here in Midland, Texas, especially, they're gonna laugh at you. Like, I mean, there's just no way to make a actual livable income off of 8.25 an hour. Nobody in Midland is paying that low.
Oh, that's
I'm willing to bet that nobody is.
oh, Starbucks National is 15. That's probably why. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Yeah, and that's why I think they should pay people at the
Yeah, but
hospital more.
Ken, you got to understand. I mean, when I break it down into full numbers and everything, I'm making roughly $50, $60 an hour. So it's somewhere in there every day. It may vary. And if I'm making that, I'm sending every hour, I'm 17 already goes to him. And then minus, the gas, the equipment, everything that you use throughout the day, that's probably, I would say, with gas, probably another $20 a day. It gets expensive,
Yeah,
and
no.
ultimately,
Well,
I mean,
that's why if you're
ultimately,
paying.
the ultimately, I end up making less really than I actually brought in. A lot of times, which is, I mean, it is what it is, and you want to expand the business from here, but it's like a standstill. I'm at a point where I can't really improve the company because I can't afford another hand because I can't pay them, but I've got all this extra work that I can take on, but I don't have the help to do it. And I
Yeah,
don't have
no,
the equipment too, like there's just so many things that factor in. It's hard.
well, that's why 17 is pretty good, especially if 8.25 is minimum wage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
overhead, and I pay yeah, Ken, a 39% tax rate right now. 39% of my check, 40, pretty much 40%. I make 60. So take all the money that I make in one day. I only make 60% of that. I mean, so that's rough.
yeah.
That's a big old hit. and,
Didi said,
and what and
oh,
keep
go
in
ahead.
mind, I believe whenever Donald Trump was in office, it was like 28 or something like that. 27 something. I can't remember exactly, but it was a lot less for people that were self-employed.
Yeah. I- Didi says, I made $5 an hour more than other waitresses did. My friend said, don't tell anyone else. I knew almost everyone where I lived and brought the people in. Yes. Ken
Yeah,
says, well,
Ken, my employees make more money a day than I do, so it's hard for me to. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm greedy, but I've worked all this just to restart from here. I mean, it would take me 10 years to build up to another point from this point right here.
Yeah. It,
I'm in the company 4 years right now. It's probably going to take me another 8 to 12 just to do it all over again.
well, don't do it all over again.
Well, to
If you,
build it up to the next
uh,
level.
uh, G-Full says, well, with the prices nowadays in 24, definitely have to budget your money very carefully now. That's true, G-Full. I mean, I when I worked at a hospital, I made far less money than when I do traveling, and we're still struggling. It's like, what the heck? It's like every time you think, oh, I'm gonna make more money, I'm gonna be able to be more comfortable, and it's really not. I mean, because it's
Yeah.
like the
I
more you
make
make,
more
the more you
money.
spend.
I make more money. And believe me, whenever I work for myself, it's great money because I made it. I did it. It's 100% collection. No, I mean, the overhead is just what I spend in putting into the company, and that compared to somebody's salary is a lot more of a chunk change fee.
Yeah.
So,
Dee Dee says, I worked back in the 80s and 90s, long time ago. Yeah, that is a long time ago. Hi, Lily. Thanks for coming in. And then Ken says, time to relay that overhead to the customer and bid fairly. Yeah,
I
you might
mean,
have to.
I can't. I mean, it's hard to get anybody to pay more than what they're paying for a yard right now, and it's fair. I think I mean, I pay anywhere from $50 to $75 a yard, and that's just for mowing. And I do hotels and all that stuff. But I mean,
Uh,
in this, it's better to the less I can report, the better. I mean, the less money I make is almost the more money that I get to keep.
that's true. That is true. Because then you get in the lower tax bracket, that's for sure.
Tell me about it. Makes my head hurt.
Skilled, reliable work is not cheap or free. No, it's not.
No,
Cheyenne says it's sad. I was a single mom and could afford to live. Now I have another income and we aren't sure if we can afford a bigger house for our family. It's frustrating. Yeah, because everything keeps going up. You make more money, you're like, yes, this is going to be amazing and we can be comfortable. And then all of a sudden, bam, things happen. Like maybe your truck needs a new engine or, whatever. And stuff happens and then you can't, and then you go back in the hole.
it doesn't make much sense, does it?
Oh, you want to go back to work and your doctor says no? Oh, I'm sorry, Dee Dee. I know sometimes just going to work can keep your mind off of things too.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why you,
that's one of the main reasons that like the I work is to make sure that I keep my back moving, keep my back like working good.
yeah,
Because the more I move it, the more it stays loose, the longer I can get out of it.
yeah. Ken says taxes, fuel, food, interest rates, all are killing us. Yes. Hi, Carter. Thanks for coming in. Dee Dee says that my hubby likes me being home. Yeah, well, I bet he does, Dee Dee. Like I like it that Ken is home, but like since he can't work, but he tries to stay as active as he can. But it's nice
Uh-huh.
because he can do things around the house and the land, but at his pace. So if he's in a lot of pain, he's not going to do anything that day or whatever. And
Right.
but I mean, lately he's been in quite a bit of pain, but he still tries to do a little something, and then he'll take a break or whatever. But he can't do that if he's working, like
Mm,
a like a job, So he can't really get a job. He's in too
yeah,
much pain.
I understand. I mean, he he must be bored.
Well, we got enough land so he doesn't get bored, but yeah. Cheyenne says, I went from 300 a month on groceries getting diapers to not buying diapers, and groceries are 600 a month. Wow, that is a lot. Ken says, those are called naps, Jamie. Okay, yes, Ken. And when he gets bored, he takes naps. When he when he when he came here to help me move, and the day I was at work, um, he took 2 naps.
Oh, that's my
Yeah.
life. Sounds like fun.
Dee Dee says, right, same here with the pain, but do try my best. Yeah, I bet. And you have a lot of animals. We have quite a few animals too. Um, but now, I mean, here's the chickens. Obviously, those are outside animals. But we have our 2 dogs, and and then of course he has the grandkids. Sometimes they're animals. No. My granddaughter can be a little stinker sometimes, but
That's my sister's kid. She's fun, but she can be a little shitty.
yeah. These toddlers, they give you a run for your money, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah, we got about 17 chickens.
Really?
Those are classified as animals, yeah. uh,
Jeez.
yeah, about 17 chickens. So, and um they they've been laying quite a few eggs, so we get quite a bit of eggs every day. But they break out of their pen, but they break out of their pen, and then they like you got to kind of, it's like an Easter egg hunt trying to find all the eggs. It's like Ken's like, could you just lay your eggs in the pen? Uh,
How did chickens react to getting a new home?
they seemed fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't act weird or nothing.
I
But
don't think
some
so. Did
animals,
they?
whenever you move them, they don't like it. My puppy dog, she don't like it when we move. Pisses her off. She's
Cheyenne, she says, also known as your niece. Ken says we get over a dozen eggs a day. Yeah, so we get quite a bit. And Chief Full says food and fuel. The oil prices will affect those two. Yes, there's a lot of things that are currently being used right now. They need a lot of oil to make, and they are being used every day. And every day it costs a lot of money to ship more. Yes, you are so correct. Not bad. Don't seem affected. Yeah, they didn't seem affected. Yeah, I didn't think so either, Ken. Um, we take a lot of outdoor animals. One bird sits and sings loudly every morning now until she sees me up. You know, Didi, that's why I'm loving where we are, and we have this tree that oversees the pond, and so I was able to um, film a couple shorts of one was an osprey, one was a cardinal, a black vulture. Um, uh, I think those are the three that I put a short up of, and that's like that was just this last week when I was home. I was able to film those shorts and upload them, um, just because I think the pond is overseeing the or the trees overseeing the pond with the fish. And Ken said he even had, yeah, bald eagles too. Were up there. I didn't get that; those weren't there when I was there, but he's seen them. But he did get me a video. Oh, Alyssa said, yeah, I think they are fine about the move for the chickens. And Jufel says, and as they ship more, then the taxes go up. Yep, that's true. Oh, Alyssa says the osprey dove into the pond the other day. Ah, you need to get that video, Alyssa. Shame on you.
It's funny.
I t- well, Ken has a camera that he can put towards the pond and let just film. But the bad thing is with that camera, it has a limit of 20 minutes. So
Oh man.
he he would have to keep looking at it, see if there's anything, and then refilm it and all that. So I want to get one that will just film, like, just keep filming.
I
Oh,
want to
you help.
get uh I want like ultra super security cameras like all over the place. I want to be like Scarface. I want a TV in my bathroom.
Dee Dee says, I helped to raise her neighborhood hawk. She was around 1 year old and now she's 13. Oh, that's so cool. Ken actually rehabilitated a hawk when we were in Illinois a long time ago. It's probably over 10 years
Really?
ago. Yeah. He
Wow,
rehabilitated a hawk, an owl, um, actually two hawks and an owl, I think.
that's cool.
Yeah. It wasn't cool when it was in my house, though. He was
Oh
rehabbing it.
man.
Hi, TSM. Thanks for coming in. He says, me too. Cameras everywhere, Blake. Oh, you named your sunshine? That's cool. We named it the one hawk Budo because I guess that's the genus or species name or something like that.
Really?
Ken says, fuel prices, plant and harvest food that ships to other locations to get you your food. Yes. Oh yeah, two hawks and one owl. That's right. Oh, Cheyenne goes, I'm at Little Hunans. I can't wait to eat it. I was like, I thought I saw little humans again.
Cheyenne, you should come by and give me a bite.
Oh, they need to change that name of the restaurant.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. They need to move locations, go to somewhere that's nicer because that building is like it's off-putting. It's like you don't want to eat there because it's in such a raggedy old building, but it's good.
Didi says, we had a screech owl get in our house last month. I will post you a pic on Facebook. Okay, awesome. Um, hey, could sell those. Yeah. You could try, yeah. uh,
I could sell anything, man.
I some people could sell ice to an Eskimo where me,
I could
I can,
sell sand to Sandra Bullock.
I can't sell to anything to anybody.
Why not?
I'm just not a good salesperson.
Man, I could do that stuff for
Oh,
days. I'm so
oh,
good at it.
Cheyenne says, only if you're nice, Blake.
I am nice.
Your cats almost got him? Oh my goodness.
I gotta go get Natalie at 7.
Well, you have about an hour.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
but
know if Cheyenne's coming by. She's just probably playing. But I'm gonna eat Dairy Queen with them, Cheyenne. I was just kidding.
hey, one of these days she needs to join our podcast.
She was on
And
it that one day.
yeah, she was. It was fun. That would be Blake. Yeah. All right, you guys, are you ready for some trivia?
No.
Blake's favorite time of the night. I thought I had my Family Feud things here, but I don't. So maybe next time I go home, I can grab some my Family Feud. I think you would like that better.
Family Feud sounds great. I love
All
Family
right.
Feud. That is a good freaking TV show. I would I was a little kid and we would watch that for hours and hours just because you remember the Game Show Network?
Yeah.
Oh, I was stuck on the Game Show Network. I would watch that thing for hours.
Cheyenne says, "Tell me I'm pretty and I'm your favorite person."
Natalie is my favorite person.
And
You'll
Cheyenne says,
understand.
I'll come if you want." Oh, it's such a sweet sister.
Yeah, she's
Um,
doing it for the show, y'all.
Didi says no. Ken says love me some Steve Harvey. Yeah, yeah. I thought I had the stuff in my book bag for Family Feud, but I can't find them. So I have to go home and find them. Okay, what's what South American nation celebrates its national holiday the day after the U.S. does?
uh, their national holiday.
Yeah,
What is their national holiday?
I don't know. Is it, are they meaning like 4th of July? I don't know. Anyway, it's Venezuela. I don't understand that question either. Oh, and of course Ken says Venezuela. How did you know that?
Is it is
Oh my
it is
goodness.
it like their Independence Day?
I'm wondering. Oh, Cheyenne says aside from Natalie.
It's gotta be mom. Sorry. You
No, no,
could
I'm
be
not doing.
third, Cheyenne.
G4, I haven't sold anything yet, so it's not doing good. But I don't mention it a whole lot, so that's probably on me. I'm not like pushy about stuff. So, what innocuous W word did director Robert Luketic claim he was ordered to cut from Legally Blonde to secure a PG-13 rating?
Oh shoot.
Oh, thank you, G4. I appreciate you.
I guess there was some tatas in it.
W word.
W word.
Yeah, what innocuous W word did director Robert Luketic claim he was ordered to cut from Legally Blonde to secure a PG-13 rating?
Uh, W word. What W? What's a what?
It was wiener.
I was gonna say wiener too. I was totally gonna say that. I don't know, wiener.
What former Soviet republic shipped mushrooms to France in 1999 with 12 times the legal limit of radiation? Didi says war. Yeah.
Chernobyl. Ukraine.
Ukraine is correct. Yay, Blake. You got one and Ken got one. Woohoo!
Hell yeah, brother.
What 1991 Nor'easter blew Sebastian Junger onto bestseller lists? Um, Blake got it first, Ken, so he gets the point, not you, even though you were right.
Muscles.
What 1991 Nor'easter blew Sebastian Junger onto bestseller lists?
Wait, is it a book?
I'm guessing if it's bestseller.
Well, they got bestsellers for everything, like I don't know, video games and stuff.
Not Ides of March. It was The Perfect Storm.
I don't read a whole lot because words are challenging to put together when you're ADHD.
What name did WebArchive.org borrow from Mr. Peabody and Sherman for its online collection of defunct websites?
Mr. Peabody. Sure. That
What
sounds
name
like
did
a. That sounds like Finding Nemo. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way.
nope. What name did WebArchive.org borrow from Mr. Peabody and Sherman for its online collection of defunct websites?
Oh.
Ken,
I
do
did
you
not.
have
I
any
don't know
answers?
that one.
It is the Wayback Machine. Never heard of it.
Mr. Peabody.
What nation's amateur athletes thrill to such sports as Trugo and Plane Overhead?
Hmm.
What nation's amateur athletes thrill to such sports as Trugo and Plane Overhead?
I don't know.
Australia's.
Really?
What South American nation's female legislators were allowed to wear trousers to work for the first time in 17 years in 1997? Hi, Tamika. Thanks for coming in.
Trousers. Like pants?
Yeah. What,
um,
what South American nation's female legislators were allowed to wear trousers to work for the first time in 17 years in 1997?
hey, Tamika. Thanks for coming back to see us.
Not Nigeria.
What continent is it on?
I think South America. It says what South American nation?
Oh, I didn't hear you say that part.
Not Sudan.
Uh, isn't Brazil there?
Yep, Brazil. Very good. You get two. Ken is one.
Let's
You're you're
go.
beating Ken now.
You
The
know what,
pressure's
Jamie? I
on.
actually think I like this little.
What long-awaited world beat album did Paul Simon release 4 years after Graceland? What long-awaited world beat album did Paul Simon release 4 years after Graceland?
Who's Paul Simon? I don't know who that is.
Hurry up, Ken. You need to catch up to Blake.
If you're gonna catch me, this would be the one, brother. I don't have a clue.
And no Google.
Yeah, no Google. I'm over here just.
Yeah, world beat album. It was The Rhythm of the Saints. So
The rhythm of the Sphinx.
what's the four-letter chemical abbreviation for the rave drug ecstasy?
MDMA.
Yeah, you are correct. 3-1, Ken. Um,
I
what
gotta
John?
give him I guess like I gotta count to like 7 before I actually answer because he has no chance, you know. He has
That's
to type
true.
it in. I gotta wait
That's
like
true.
7 seconds. So I'm sure there's a few people that knew the answer to that one.
Okay, yeah, you got to give the chat time.
I get a
The
half point for that one, so there can't be no tie. All right, we'll do it that way. So you
okay.
either gotta beat me or I win.
What John Updike novella brought Rabbit Engstrom's family together 10 years after he bit the dust?
Wait, say that one more time.
What John Updike novella brought Rabbit Engstrom's family together 10 years after he bit the dust?
I don't know that one. Do you hear my basset hound out there? Row, 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 row.
It was Rabbit Remembered. What trendy sandal brand did former river guide Mark Thatcher invent in 1982?
Another one. You're gonna have to get this one, Ken.
Tamika, do you know? Come on, some of you got to beat Blake. He's at 2.5. No, not flopped. It was Teva. Teva. Teva.
I would have never got that one.
I've never even heard of that either.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
Everybody press that like button.
Yes, please. Sports question. What
Oh,
short-lived
you're over. It's history. Let's go.
remember you gotta count to 7.
Yep, I know.
What short-lived sports league thrilled to the action of the Chicago Blitz, Houston Gamblers, and Memphis Showboats?
One Mississippi, two Mississippi, the lingerie football league.
The what football league?
The lingerie football league. It's the women's football league, the LFL.
Not the lingerie football league.
Um,
Never heard of
XFL. Chicago Blitz. That's a football team. That's a girls' football team where they wear the pads. Y'all know? If anybody knows that league, I'm giving you the answer. No, Ken, it is real. Go look it up. The Lingerie Football League. It is awesome. It's not
Yes,
that would be.
Tamika.
Oh,
Tamika
it's
gets
the
the point.
USFL? Come on,
Yeah,
I should have known that, guys. Come on, I would have said that. Okay, so this year, that's actually not a fair question because they're not a league anymore. The XFL and the USFL just merged together, and this season they are being called the UFL, and it's their first season ever. All these teams are going to be conjoined together. And what I would like to see for all my sports fans out there, I would like to see our major NFL teams start to buy in on these uh smaller teams and start just pulling players from it, doing like they do for baseball and they do it for basketball with the G League and they got double A, triple A and then the majors. They should do the exact same thing for the NFL is so that more people can have an opportunity and have a shot to play in the big leagues.
yes, he does know a lot of stuff, especially about sports, Cheyenne. All right, so Tamika gets 1, Ken has 1, and Blake has 2.5. Come on, guys. We have 10 minutes
Sorry
left to
on
beat
my
Blake.
sports spill there for a second. I'll
What
just turn this
German?
into a sports talk show for a second.
Hey, that's fine. I'm sure there's some sports fans in here. I won't be able to comment much, but
Kobe's
what German?
better than LeBron.
I,
Oh, it's gonna piss
I would
somebody off.
I would have to just trust you because I don't know. Okay. What German city spent 830,000 marks to set up drive-in brothels to keep prostitutes from hanging around its famous cathedral?
That loud barking thing.
What German city spent 830,000 marks to set up drive-in brothels to keep prostitutes from hanging around its famous cathedral? Not
I'm gonna
Berlin,
go with I'm gonna go with Frankfurt.
not Frankfurt.
Uh, Kursk.
Any any other guesses? Obviously, there's other cities because you haven't said it, Ken.
There's a bunch, man. Germany is huge.
Hi, Southern Belle. Thanks for coming in. The answer is Cologne.
Oh yeah, I've totally heard of Cologne. I didn't know. I thought they were in a different country.
Yeah, bring Ty on for that. Yeah. Yeah, we could have a game show talk podcast. I don't know what I'd say, but Yeah, we could do that.
Man, I'm so
Which
tired of the the Cowboys. They're in a total rebuild as far as I'm concerned. The best that we're gonna do this year is freaking 9-8. We're not gonna win a whole lot of games this year.
you smell good,
Sad.
Ken? I'm doing good, thank you, Miss Southern Belle. Hope you are. Okay. Which film directed by Robert Redford found room in its credits for a Trout Wrangler? Which film directed by Robert Redford found room in its credits for a Trout Wrangler?
I don't know the answer to this question, so if y'all excuse me, I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
We have 8 minutes. I guess he's leaving. Okay. If it's a river runs through it, I guess so for a fish. It's because the answer is a river runs through it. What charter member of S? So you guys can beat him because Tamika's got 1, Ken's got 1, and he's got 2.5. Okay, and he's not here. What charter member of SNCC was elected chairman of the NAACP in 1998? Even though now I'm echoing through his headphones. What charter member of SNCC was elected chairman of the NAACP in 1998? Oh,
Why is Ty not happy, Cheyenne? Oh, about the Cowboys. I know. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm saying in the best case scenario, we go 9 wins and 8 losses. Like that's best case scenario is what I'm anticipating. If we do anything above that, it was a great season. That's the way I'm writing it off. So, but I mean, in all fairness and reality, we'll probably go 7-10. Like, it's not going to be a good season. So,
hey Ken, we're only got about 5 more minutes. If you could look for a quote, that'd be great. All right.
sorry, I didn't know we chopped up all that time.
Jifa says, I've heard of a fish angler, but a trout wrangler? Yeah, I haven't heard either one of them. Okay. What charter member of SNCC was elected chairman of the NAACP in 1998? I think I read that too many times. It's Julian Bond. Okay. What 6-year-old's mysterious death was probed in Lawrence Schiller's Perfect Murder, Perfect Town?
Have you ever read those before? No?
Not till today. What 6-year-old's mysterious death was probed in Lawrence Schiller's Perfect Murder, Perfect Town? Any guesses? This was a famous murder. 6-year-old.
Is it the one with it might have been what state did it say what state?
Ken, you're right. Why did you text me? You got to put it in the chat. Why is he texting me?
Oh, there's Cheyenne.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Here she comes.
Yes, John Benet Ramsey. You are correct, Tamika. So you get You get it. You're at 2 and Blake's at 2.5.
Super delayed.
Is it really?
Oh.
Oh goodness.
How many centimeters
Yeah, you
across is a
acknowledge
typical
the fact that I've
compact
come yet.
disc? 8, 10, or 12? How many centimeters across is a typical compact disc? 8, 10, or 12?
Little humans.
Let me get a bite of that little human.
If I can get it.
It was 12. Tamika's at 3. She's beating you. Yes, you
Oh,
are
Mom.
correct, Tamika. And Jipo says, I had to go and look these up right quick. A fish angler is a person who catches fish with a hook and fishing line. And a trout angler is a person who
There, see,
flies
look.
fish for trout.
Just now.
Okay, last question.
I got out.
Who-
I don't know what's happening now.
Who became the third NASCAR driver after Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt to cruise to a fourth Winston Cup title?
Oh man. Say that again.
Who became the third NASCAR driver after Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt to cruise to a fourth Winston Cup title?
Cal Yarbo.
No, Ken probably knows this one, but he can't put it in the chat because of he's got the quote, but he probably knows it.
Oh my gosh, I went everywhere. Jeez Louise.
I don't know the answer. I thought it was Cal Yarborough. Is it Richard Petty?
No, Richard Petty. Who became the third NASCAR driver after Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt to cruise to a fourth Winston Cup title?
Jeff Gordon.
Yes, Jeff Gordon.
Yes.
Oh, Tamika couldn't hear. I think there's a lot of background noise for you. But anyway, now the riddle of the day. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
What musical instrument is found in the bathroom? I don't know. Your butt, the butt trumpet.
Was it like the piano music or something? The piano?
The piano is in the bathroom.
I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point.
Any other guesses?
I can't hear anything.
Jifu says tower in the faucet. No. Yes, Tamika, tuba toothpaste.
Tuba toothpaste.
That's great. I love that.
All right, you
That's
guys.
actually pretty good.
All right, you guys. Thank you for such a great cast tonight.
Special guest star.
Yes, and thank you. And thank you to everyone for being interactive. It helps. It makes this life so much easier when you're there. And hi, Slim Shell. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And oh, yeah, you forgot it was a riddle, Jifo. All right. Any last words, Blake, before the quote?
I'll leave it to Cheyenne.
Don't let anybody walk all over you. Be confident, and you are amazing. And never give up.
Yeah, go tell HR to.
Yes, yes. I love it. Well, thank you guys for those words. And remember, everyone, you're beautiful inside and out. Don't let anyone make you think differently. And the quote tonight comes from Federico Fellini. You exist only in what you do. Have a great night, everyone.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.